Hello, everybody. My name is Evan Freiberger, and today, can you guess what we're doing today? Can anybody guess? I'm sure it's almost impossible to guess. We'll wait to see if we can get any correct guesses first. Celebrating my no. Certainly not watching radar. Couldn't be. Yeah, right? I've never done that before. But yeah, we are going to be watching the radar. It's a tornado, yes, tornado weather broadcast with storm chasers on the ground. Exactly. We actually finally have Vince back. He's out there already with a great view on the storms. So he's going to be there. Also, we've made a little bit of changes to the layout here. Bigger radar, smaller me. I really do want people to be able to see the radar. I think that's important. More important than seeing my big old face. And also, we're going to be displaying the tornado watches, which will be the shaded areas. So basically, if you see your county, you are in a tornado watch. So we do have a tornado watch out there. And that is for Ottumwa, Indianola, Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, Ames, Marshalltown, Fort Dodge, Waterloo, and Mason City. And also, we're watching for tornado potential up here as well. There's a little 5% tornado risk, which some people might not be aware of. So let's go check that out. So yeah, we do have a little 5% risk here in Minnesota, which includes Nisswa, Wadena, Perham, Detroit Lakes, Park Rapids, and Fargo. Also a 5% here. Pretty much if you're into that tornado watch, you're in the 5%, with the exception of Cedar Rapids and Iowa City there. Hey, thank you, Living Hope, for the $2 donation. I do appreciate it. Radar drank some milk. Yeah. It got bigger. Have y'all ever seen those some of the people on YouTube? They're like, the storms got bigger. Radars got bigger. But yeah, pretty much that's what we're looking at right now. I will say, judging by what I have seen today, with the weather so far, today could either be a really, really short stream or just our average length stream. Because as of right now, we really are dealing with, we had some convection hang around a little bit longer than that would be preferred for a tornado. A little bit cooler out there, a little bit more cloud cover, which should tamper the instability a little bit. But so we'll have to see how that turns out. We're still going to do a live stream today just to monitor it, just in case something does end up happening. But yeah, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning down here for Wenatchee, and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Also, and that includes Knoxville and Pleasantville, but that storm has passed through. For the most part, Pleasantville, still some rain on the backside there. Coming over to here, a little bit of rotation with this storm right here near Donnelly. It's probably the most rotation it's had in a while. Yeah, really the most organized rotation we've seen with really any of these storms today. So yeah, that's there. There in Iowa, south and east of Des Moines, near Knoxville, Iowa. And then we have, let's see, how many? Okay, so we also have this severe thunderstorm warning over here in South Dakota. That's for Wenatchee. Wind's not really an issue with this. That's heading towards Bovey, South Dakota. I almost said South Carolina. About to cross right over the river there. Where's the other severe thunderstorm warning? Oh, it's down here in the old Louisiana. We got another severe thunderstorm warning here for 0.75 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds, and that is heading towards Faraday, Louisiana. Might cross into Mississippi at some point. But that's all we got going on right now. So who knows? Maybe we'll be able to take a little bit of an extended break if everything kind of falls apart. Again, this is really the only storm right now in the tornado watch that has any concerning rotations at this moment. And Vince is on this storm. So the view from Vince is what is happening on the ground. So, yeah. Can I use 3D today? I don't think people like 3D. Let me turn this off. Oops. Mr. Top Fan, I noticed that you type the severe thunderstorm warnings, and you do know you can copy and paste from Tornado HQ, right? Okay, let's go look at Vince's view. So this is the storm near Knoxville. Seems a bit elevated. There's a little bit of an inflow tail there, but that's about all I see in terms of really anything. You can see, let's go turn on the little head here. Custom cursor. You can see there's a hail core over here. Or not a hail core, a rain shaft there over to the right. Potentially a little inflow tail right above my head here. But yeah, really not seeing anything too crazy with this storm yet. I will say Vince is in a different car today, so he doesn't have like any of his equipment, so he'll probably be in and out today a little bit more than usual depending on his service. And I don't think he has the 360 camera today on the top of his car. So we're not going to have that kind of view. So pretty much wherever he points us, that is what we'll be able to see. A poll for free for 3D. All right, well, let me show people what 3D looks like first before we do a poll. All right, so this is what 3D looks like. We just hit this switch and then bam, there's 3D. And then you can do stuff like this, but I think it looks kind of bad. I think they should have done a better job trying to make it look a little bit more like a storm rather than just spikes. And also, the unfortunate part about 3D is that it covers up the cities. So, with that in mind, let's do a poll. Oops. Click the wrong thing. 3D or 2D? It's like they almost didn't want people to use 3D for radar coverage. But it is pretty cool. I mean, you could do this. I mean, so you can do that. But, I mean, it's more of a gimmick, really. Pretty cool for hurricanes, though. I will say that, because hurricanes... But then when the hurricane goes over land, it covers up the cities. So, that's really my only gripe about it. If it didn't cover up the cities underneath it, it wouldn't be too bad. Looks pretty cool. Kind of gives it like a little bit more depth. But it's not something that I would use like in a tornado warning or anything. Maybe if there's like nothing going on, it'd be like a cool little thing. Also too much movement that way, yeah. I prefer this view because you can see the cities. All right, let's check out the latest rotation with this. Yeah, still a little bit of rotation with this storm. Not super strong rotation at this moment, but there is some there just to the north of Knoxville. Yeah, we'll do a little zoomed out view while we wait for the latest scan. The heck is Vince looking at? What? Also, his audio is interesting. I think it should be good while he stopped.
Probably need to go, we need to track east with it though. This is why I parked here, because I can just back up a few feet and go right down this exit.
So yeah, that is definitely a lowering there. Potential wall cloud starting to form. I'm not seeing much rotation on that though.
It's definitely trying to condense into like a lowered wall cloud type feature here.
Okay, Vince, just gonna repeat everything I say, huh? I'm just kidding. He can't even hear me. Yeah, he is on that storm near Knoxville. Really the only storm in Iowa that's rotating at this moment.
East. And we should be able to keep it in our sights, I think.
Yeah, that's what it looks like under that little area of rotation. I do need to check to see if the old Tyler man is live. Sure. If he is yet. Why can't I see him? Where's Tyler? Control Z. Maybe he's not live? I think he was going live at 3. Let me check. Yeah, he's live on YouTube. I don't know why that's not working. I guess we'll just take his YouTube feed then. Maybe. I don't know if that's worth it though. I did have another thing set up for it, but it's just not. It's not the best. And I deleted it. So let me try to figure out what's going on here. Might not have done the best copy and paste. Just gonna force me to do some stuff here. Can you send your TPM link? All right. Oh, and that needs to be on Discord. On Discord. Whenever you get time. Yeah, if anybody has any questions about their storms, feel free to ask in the chat. Latest scan shows that little area of rotation that was on the storm has died, and now we're monitoring pretty much just the hail and wind with this storm. And that hail is heading towards Lake Red Rock right now. Let's go check on these other storms again. A storm in South Dakota should go just to the south of Getty's, South Dakota. And again, that one has 1-inch hail and really not much of a wind threat. This one down here near Faraday looks to be dying down, but there's a new cell popping up to its north that could potentially have some hail in it. I mean, that should go to the north of Faraday. We'll do a zoomed out view for you guys while we wait. So what do you think about the bigger radar? You think that's you think that's an improvement or not? Reported funnel in Minnesota. Oh yeah, we do have to watch those storms up there. So yeah, it's mainly going to be these storms that form along this boundary here that we've got to watch. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of rotation here near Borup and Felton there in Minnesota. Also, a little bit of low rotation. Oh, yeah. Just to the north of Lake Park there. Interesting. Yeah, these ones are starting to get going over here in Minnesota. I'm going to turn on Cyclone Port so you guys can see Vince's location. Yeah, if we can't get that, yeah, I think while we wait for Tyler to send me that link, we're just going to use his YouTube right now. Tyler Kurtzman. I have the little map there. It's a little cluttered, but like the new screen setup. All right. Well, that's good. Do I want some pictures? Sure. Let's try to figure out where Tyler is exactly right now. Looks like he's near the Des Moines area, but his location on his little map there isn't showing up. Seems like he's near Des Moines or Des Moines. So yeah, he needs to go south and east. Is that like there was according to the HRRR, there was supposed to be some stronger storms that formed in like this area and then moved to the east, but all of that rain and convection earlier today really put a stop to that. These storms in Minnesota are definitely have potential to do something, especially these ones up here. Yeah, definitely some rotation with them. Not particularly concerning just yet, but if there's already a funnel that's been reported, uh, then we're definitely gonna have to keep an eye on those. When will consistent rain come for central Illinois? That should be tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. And I mean, there's still probably a lower tornado potential here near Iowa Falls. That's really the only place I could think of, something happening potentially. But and then maybe over here near Jefferson. But these storms are struggling. So it's just great news for the people near Ames. Let's check on the latest scans here. Yeah, it looks like we're starting to see some new area of rotation there. Not really associated with any reflectivity though, so it's kind of there all by its lonesome. I mean, events is right there, so that's probably what we're looking at here. Yeah, that storm looks pretty elevated, to be honest. We'll see. I mean, we'll monitor it, but I have a feeling the main concerns for today will probably be in Minnesota, if I had to guess. All right, Duke. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, Rachel. Is it Rachel or Rachel? New tornado warning. I'm guessing Minnesota. Am I getting punked? I think I'm getting punked. Yeah. I need to stop reading chat. I'm gonna lose. Y'all gonna lose your Evan reads chat permissions. Let's come back over to here. Let's get Tyler's name up. There it is. Oh, looks like his thing's working. Let's bring him big here so I can try to figure out where he is. Is his little dot on there yet? It is not. Yeah, that is called a very bad joke. Nobody's laughing at that. Just laughing at you. Where is he? I'm gonna ban him. See ya. Hey, Lola's here. Keep reading chat. Okay. Well, now that that troll is gone, I'll go back to reading chat. So interesting. Like people will troll during severe weather events. It makes no sense. It just shows that I guess nothing stops a troll. It's only for themselves. They don't think about others and how it affects others. They're just like, oh, well, it makes me laugh, so I'm gonna troll. Still a little bit of rotation with these storms, but that little area of concerning or more concerning rotation was kind of just a blip. Really there anymore. Again, this is in Minnesota here. Okay, I gotta end the poll. I think people are just tuning in and they're like, 3D, that sounds cool. Okay. Well, we just got a tornado warning. Let me make sure that guy wasn't right. If this was just issued, then he was wrong. Because it could have been a radar omega issue. But let me double check. No, it was issued 17 seconds ago. So yeah, he was lying. But he could be a fortune teller because this is now a tornado warned. So if you live in Flom and Wabum or Wabun, oh wow, it's observed. So this is on the ground currently. Interesting. All right, so it's going to be one of those days. Luckily, we got storm chasers out here. So if you live in Flom and Waban, you need to be in your safe spots. Again, that is the lowest, most interior room of your house with as many walls in between you and the outside as humanly possible. A tornado shelter or a basement that is underground. Also, if you live in a mobile home, trailer park, or RV, you need to be evacuating immediately and seeking sturdier shelter. And then again, that is for Flom and Wabun, Flom and Wabun, Minnesota. We have a storm chaser. There's a storm chaser over here somewhere that has reported this being on the ground. So we're going to trust it like it's true and try to look out for that physical report on social media. We can find it. But we do have our first tornado warning of the day, I think. Thank you, Mary Lyon, for subscribing. I do appreciate it. Oh, it's public confirmed. Okay. So it's not a storm chaser. It was just a civilian. Yeah. Right here, there is that rotation. Not seeing a really defined debris ball at this very moment. But there is rotation there. And if it's on the ground, if they're saying it's on the ground, we're just going to trust it. So, Flom and will bund. Want you in your safe spots there in Minnesota. Looks like we just got another tornado warning here. Wow, another observed tornado warning over here near Ada, Minnesota. So that's for Anthony and Ada. You guys need to be going to your safe spots. We now have two observed tornado warnings right now. So, guys, make sure that you are in your safe spots. Mr. Top Fan, are you updating the ticker today, or should I switch to my stuff, or is it just a big delay? Yeah, with this storm, the area of rotation that sticks out to me is this one, and that is moving towards Anthony, Minnesota. So if you guys live in Anthony or Ada, Minnesota, you need to be in your safe spots. And now we just wait for the latest radar update. Switch to my computer. Yours just crashed. Okay. Sounds good. You're in Minnesota, Carl. All right. Well, these tornado warnings, they're located just to the north and east of Fargo and north and west of Detroit Lakes. Seems like all of these storms kind of have that potential there to drop a tornado quite quickly. Let me see what they're saying about this one. So this is an emergency management confirmed tornado. There you go. We got a public confirmed tornado here, an emergency management confirmed tornado there. So, do we have the latest scans? Not yet on the reflectivity, on the velocity. I guess that is the latest scan. It just looks so similar. All right. Latest scan is still showing some rotation there with those faded colors in the reds and then the greens there. Typically, we look for stronger rotation, but again, this is confirmed to be on the ground. So again, that's Flom and will bun. And then over here, interesting. Rotation is so separated. Okay, that's a little bit. Yeah, it's so separated. This is an extremely low precipitation supercell. So there is that area of rotation. The tornado is probably right in this area. So I still want Ada and Anthony, Minnesota, to be in their safe spots. Yeah, that's the latest. Now we just wait. Samuels has photo of both. Wow. Okay, so here is. I'm gonna put both the links. I'm gonna see if I can put both of the links together. And I'm gonna pin it. And so here's um both of the links there. You can click on them and see the tornado for yourself. Yeah, these are definitely on the ground. They're very ropey, like tornadoes. But yeah, both of the tornadoes, there they are in those links. Yeah, still waiting on that latest radar update here with these storms. They come in typically once every 4 to 5 minutes. Uh, yeah, I think those rotations. At least this one is connected to a parent supercell. This one is as well, but it's just extremely low precipitation. So I'm not. I don't think they are land spouts. Yeah, Vince is near Knoxville. Let's go check on that storm again, just real quick. Oh, okay. It's got a new tornado warning here in southern Minnesota. Yeah, there's that area of rotation right there. Janesville now needs to be going to their safe spots. This is heading off to the north and east. Now that's 3 tornado warnings. Is this one observed? This one's radar indicated, so we don't have any reports. This is on the ground yet, but it does have some decent rotation. So Janesville, Minnesota needs to be in their safe spots. While they let that. Oh my gosh, this is such a mess down here. Yeah, the tornado threat in Iowa, for the most part, is looking uh, pretty weak at this moment. Maybe the storm south of Hampton might try to do something. There is a little bit of rotation there. Yeah, that's the latest. See if these ones have updated yet. They have. Okay, latest scan here. Not really seeing any more discernible rotation with this storm, but I'm starting to see another one pop up here near White, Minnesota. Um, yeah, trying to figure out if there's any more reports here. Let's see here. 323, and it's currently 340 or 334. So that's about 10 minutes old. So yeah, still could potentially be a tornado on the ground. We don't have any new updates, so we're just going to use the last one. So still want Flom and will burn to be in their safe spots. Over here near Ada, still seeing some rotation there. That's heading towards Ada, Anthony, and Hadler, Minnesota. Still want you guys in your safe spots as well. We have a new update down here. We do. And the latest update for this storm, still some rotation there. And that rotation is moving up to the north and east. Still want Janesville be in their safe spots. These storms do have a history of producing quicker tornadoes with smaller rotations. So we'll see if that's the same case with this storm. If we get any confirmed. Also another little area of rotation back there. Not really too concerning though right now. But yeah, we'll stick on this one until we get the latest update, and then we'll go back up to the north. Oh, nice. Okay, this is another view. Of the tornado in um near Ada, Minnesota. That is in chat now. What's up, Mr. Top Fan? It looks like we got the latest. Oh, you don't have the latest velocities yet on this, so we'll wait for that. That's good. So multiple reports of funnel clouds near Janesville. All right. Thank you. Yeah, latest scan here. There's that rotation right there. Still not super concerning right now, but there is funnel clouds being reported here. So the tornado could definitely drop at any moment. So Janesville still wants you in your safe spots. Now let's go check on these two north of Fargo. Let's see here. Still seeing a little bit of rotation here. Not super strong, but can't rule out one of those briefer and weaker tornadoes still observed. So still could possibly be on the ground. So nothing's changed for you two here. Still seeing some rotation down here. Judging by how much rotation caused this one could have a funnel under it, or could be trying to produce a tornado as well. It's not currently tornado warned, but there are spotters in that area. Latest over here, man, still has a decent little velocity couplet there. So if you live in these two cities, here in Minnesota, you're going to want to be in your safe spot still. So let's stick on these for the next radar update. New tornado watch. I'm guessing that's for the northern portion. Yeah, so that's for Minnesota. So let's come over to here. Oops. Forgot to set up my news desk. There we go. And we'll turn this guy on. All right, so we do have a new tornado watch out there. And that is for Wapeton, Fargo, Detroit Lakes, Park Rapids, and Wadena. A couple tornadoes are possible. In fact, a couple tornadoes is guaranteed technically, because we've already had a couple tornadoes reported with these. Isolated hail up to quarter size is possible, and isolated gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Yeah, that's the latest. Still waiting for that those velocities. Yeah, it looks like these just got updated here, so we still, as of 3:38, still have a tornado on the ground with that one, and as of 3:39, still have a tornado on the ground with this one. Yeah, there's the latest velocities. Kind of noticing two little areas of rotation now with this storm. Looks like it should go just to the west of Ada, but Anthony and Hadler still should be in their safe spots. Same with Ada, but hopefully it goes to the east of you there in Ada. Latest with these two storms here with rotation, there could definitely be one of those smaller tornadoes under there. But so I haven't got any confirmation with that. Then we have this rotation over here that has the confirmed tornado on it. So I still want Flom and Waban to be in their safe spots. Let's come back down to here. Okay. Still radar indicated there. Looks like that rotation isn't as strong here. There's still some there. There's that where that rotation was. Still heading towards Janesville. So I still want Janesville in their safe spots. Let's go check over here in Iowa because I'm sure we got people with anxiety out here worrying about these storms. Still not seeing any organized areas of concerning rotation. Still monitoring this one. Very broad rotation there. Interesting storm here near Ogden. The little weak rotation there as well. But so far, not very concerning right now. So we'll keep an eye on it. And luckily, we got 2 storm chasers in this area. So if anything happens, we should get updates real time from them. Let's go. While we wait here, let's go look and see what Vince is looking at. Oh, Ada. Gotcha. Yeah, that's too much on Vince's view. This is Tyler Kurtz. Looks like he's on those storms just to the east of Des Moines. And let me tell him his little dot on his radar is not working. You know your little dot on radar is not working, right? No, I'm not going to say that. Might send him a GIF. But yeah, it's a lot of rain. That's what the storms look like. Nothing too impressive on the ground there that we can't tell from radar. Still waiting on the latest velocity scans. Hey, thank you, Katrina, for subscribing. I do appreciate it. Day 3 was updated with a larger slight risk. Yeah, it's interesting because the 15% that they issued for that region was bigger, and then they shrunk it, and then it sounds like they made it bigger again, which happens a lot. As you know, 3 days out, models do change quite a bit. Let's go see if we have those latest velocities. We do. Yeah, it looks like there is still some rotation here. South of Ogma, they still haven't tornado warned that, so we don't have a confirmed tornado on that one just yet, but there is a little bit of rotation here as well. I still want these 2 guys, these 2 cities in their safe spots there. All right. Yeah, latest here. Still seeing some decent rotation south of Hadler. Now seeing an increasing amount of rotation. About to go over Anthony, Minnesota. So both of you guys need to be in your safe spots. Looks like Ada has officially dodged the bullet there. Okay. Latest update on this one near Janesville. Still some rotation. About to move into the city. So Janesville needs to be in their safe spots. Looks like a Legion is just in this. So a Legion should be in their safe spots. And the western portion of Palmer. Come back up here. Wait for the latest update. Check to make sure. Don't have any more tornado warnings. We don't. All right. So there is that tornado watch now on the map. If you see these little gray shaded areas or any counties on the map, those counties are in a tornado watch. It's going to happen in the south. How far south, Angie? Johnson City Bar storm for tomorrow. Yeah, well, if we can get a period here with no more tornado warnings, we'll go over the models. But we're going to stay focused on these tornado warnings and giving updates. A new tornado warning has been issued. Okay. Yeah, it looks like they extended This one near Ada, Minnesota, to the north and west. Let me just make sure that's not for this one near Anthony. Yeah, still for this one near um, Adler, which would be this area of rotation there. And they have extended it to the north and west. So if you live in Anthony, Hadler, Lockhart, Shelley, and Neelsville, you now need to be in your safe spots. You just got put under a tornado warning. Again, that's the lowest, most interior room of your house with as many walls in between you and the outside as humanly possible, a tornado shelter, or a basement that is underground. That's the latest for that one. Let's check this. Yeah, still seeing those two areas of rotation here. Western Ojima should probably be in their safe spots, even though the confirmed let me see if this is. Yeah, so this is still observed. Let me just double check this one over here. Okay, this one's now radar indicated. So they did downgrade that warning to radar indicated. So it appears that that tornado has lifted, but we're monitoring for reports to see if it goes back to the ground. And then this one down here, yeah, still want everybody in their safe spots with that one. Looks like that rotation is just now making it into Janesville. So I'm sure if there's something on the ground with this one, they will upgrade it to observed, but they haven't yet. So Elysian, Palmer, Janesville still needs to be in their safe spots. But that's the latest for all those. Looks like they just issued a severe thunderstorm warning here with 1 inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. And that is heading towards Hampton, also Ardell and Dumont. So you guys need to be indoors and away from window that's 1 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Let's just kind of check the rotation on these guys real quick. Not seeing anything concerning. Yeah, this one's got like still a little bit of broader rotation on it, but not concerning. But yeah, that's the latest. While we wait for the next scan, rinse, wash, repeat until the tornadoes are gone. Yeah, we can check that after the tornado warnings expire. I promise. We'll go over it. But yeah, storms tomorrow should never take precedent over tornadoes on the ground today. Hopefully you understand that. Check DMs. Let me see. What's this posted? 339. It's 350. So it looks like after the tornado lifted near Ada, Minnesota, we got a rotating wall cloud on it. And that link is in chat. But yeah, if you want to see the latest view of the storm, you can always go to my pinned comment at the top of the chat. It's a little new thing we're doing. And there will always be a link there, either with a picture of a tornado or something. And make sure you're giving those people, when you look at their stuff, a like and a retweet. At the very least, a like and show your support, because these storm chasers up here are going to be very important for these on the ground updates. Latest scans here still showing some decent rotation with both of these areas. Still radar indicated though. We don't have any confirmation that it's back on the ground just yet. So, still want everybody in their safe spots near Lockhart. Also, this rotation here could definitely produce one of those weaker tornadoes there near Anthony. So, Lockhart, Shelley, Neilsville needs to be in their safe spots still. Look at that. We already got tornado reports there. That's good. Let's check these guys out. Yeah, same story with these two. One tornado warning, and the observed tornado is right here under this rotation. When you get those reds next to the green, that indicates a rotation. Still potentially have a tornado on the ground there. So Flom still needs to be in their safe spots, and Wabun, you can't rule out this guy trying to put down a tornado. So please be in your safe spots there as well. Latest scan here near Janeville. Looks like that rotation has dissipated for the most part. Not seeing any new areas of rotation as of right now. But that is still moving up to the north and east. Still want Elysian. It looks like they took Palmer out of the tornado warning. But I still want Elysian to be in their safe spots, just in case this thing tries to re-wrap up. Yeah, that's the latest on the tornado warnings. And now we wait. Have been many trolls. Wait, are we getting trolls? Oh, by the way, thank you, Wayno and Brandon Cerritos, for subscribing. I do appreciate it. It's almost 90 there. Wow. Yeah, I like it hot. I don't like it hot and muggy, but I do like it hot outside. I don't like it cold. Oh, wow. We actually have some strengthening rotation on this storm. Right there. Looks like it's going to travel just to the east of Flom. Still want Flom in their safe spots, as sometimes these storms can have some deviant motion. But yeah, you're starting to see some darker reds near the lighter greens touching each other. That indicates some strengthening rotation. So they're probably going to extend this tornado warning. It's still probably on the ground. Let's see if we have like any recent reports. No, the last one was 20 minutes ago, but still probably on the ground there, if I had to guess. So Flom still wants you in your safe spots. Update on this one near Waban. Still some rotation there as well. So nothing's changed. Still some rotation and potential tornadoes with those storms. And then looks like that other area of rotation near Anthony has died. And now we just have the first one that dropped the tornado still rotating there, heading towards Lockhart, Minnesota. Again, we're here in Minnesota with all of these tornado warnings. Yeah, that's the latest. We'll stick with these until the next update. You sent me a link. Where? Where'd you send the link? I'm not seeing it. Lockheed Storm? Which one is that? Is that this one down here? Yeah, I don't know where Lockheed is. It Lockheed, Minnesota or what? Oh, Lockhart. Um, yeah, hard to say. That could be something there, but it's not associated with any reflectivity, so I doubt it. But I will say, you know, these things have been getting confirmed pretty quickly. So if there is anything on the ground there, we should know soon. Still radar indicated at this very moment, but that doesn't mean shouldn't be in your safe spots. These things could easily drop tornadoes pretty quick here. Still waiting on the latest velocity scan, I think. Yeah, still waiting on that. Any debris balls? No debris balls on any of these right now. I think it's gonna be another one of those days where we're just not seeing many confirmed debris balls. And the latest CC scan, though, kind of suspicious. But again, not associated with any reflectivity. So we're going to have to wait for somebody on the ground to confirm that. Yeah. Okay. So there's the latest radar scan for all of our for the velocities. And yeah, still seeing some decent rotation. That's going directly towards Wobbin. So Wobbin might go just maybe, I don't know exactly where the city is located or how big it is. But it might go just to your west or just over you, and nearby Flom, still seeing some of that stronger rotations with the reds touching now blues, which indicates higher velocities there. So uh, nothing's changed. Still needs to be in your safe spots. And then latest with this storm near Lockhart, we're still seeing some rotation there. But we don't have any confirmation that it's on the ground at this moment. Still continue to be in your safe spots. Okay, latest here with this storm in southern Minnesota near Janesville. Still not seeing much concerning rotation, and still no confirmation on the ground from this storm just yet. I don't know why it does this. So, like different zoom levels with the text. Can I check the severe weather for New Orleans? Yes, I can do that. There is a severe storm. It's not directly over New Orleans, but we have one just to the north of Baton Rouge with 1 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. We also have another one south of Jonesville, and that is moving to the south, and that is for 1.25-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. That is going towards Parham's, Mena, and Larto. Around New Orleans itself, there is some stronger storms there, but none of them are severe warned. But you're probably getting some lightning and heavy rain with that. Let me know if any hail drops with that. It could be helpful. New observed tornado warning. Okay, yeah, that's this one. So it looks like they have updated this. So as of 3:58 Central Time, we got a new. It looks like we still have a tornado on the ground. Let me check which one it is here. Located near Flom. Okay, so still don't have a confirmation on this one near Wabam. So but they both have similar amounts of rotation there. One there near Flom. This one's going towards Woburn. So I still want Woburn to be in their safe spots and watch out for that. The new people in this new warning is Wakone or Wakan and Bolu and Manoman. No, no, we don't have any storm chasers here in Minnesota. They all got baited into Iowa. Latest scan here for this storm, still showing a little bit of rotation there. Still don't have confirmation if it's on the ground or not. Lockhart is going to be still next in line for that. And then that's going to eventually move out of this tornado warning. So we'll see if they'll reissue it or not. Okay, they did allow this tornado warning down here, expire near Janesville in southern Minnesota. So everybody can come out of their safe spots there. I do want to check back here with Iowa here. Yeah, not seeing any rotation with it right now. And if you're wondering why we call it why I'm saying Iowa, it's a little joke between storm chasers. You know, apparently, you know, I don't live in Iowa. I don't really pay attention to Iowa too much unless there's, you know, some severe weather going on. But apparently, in the past, there's been a lot of risks issued out here that didn't really pan out, and had a couple busts, which I mean, basically, you're expecting some dangerous, severe weather, and it didn't happen. And then it kind of got the reputation as Iowa because people or storm chasers don't trust it when there's like a risk out there. It has nothing to do with the people, I promise. We're not calling you guys liars. So we're still waiting on that latest scan here. While we do that, let's check on our storm chasers here. Looks like the coolest thing about Vince's stream right now is the raindrops on his windshield. Looks like he's got Rain-X. See how they're just like, they're not really running down. They're just kind of pulling there. Like perfect circles. That's about it. And then here we got Tyler Kurtz. Oh, his blue dot's on. Okay, so he is south and east of Des Moines on those little clusters of storms. It is kind of the same story, except his rain is not forming into little dots. It's probably because he's driving, but we'll try to confirm later on if he's got Rain-X on his windshield when he stops. That's the latest there from the storm chasers. Only 2 tornado warnings right now. 1 confirmed still here. Still here near Monoman. So we do have the latest scan here, so let's go over it. Looks like that rotation is now moving into the Wabun area. So still continue to be in your safe spots. If a tornado does drop near Wabun, I'm sure we'll get another observed tornado report out of that. But the one that we're most concerned about right now that is observed and on the ground still is this one near Flom. So, and that one is heading kind of just almost perfectly due north. So, Faith, we're going to be next in line here. Monoman, and then Waukon. This one over here is still radar indicated. But it's got some decent little tight rotation there. Not the strongest I've ever seen, but that is just to the west of Lockhart. Yeah, that one that that was moving towards. Yeah, look how that just dipped off to kind of the north and east there. It's almost like Lockhart had a wall around them. Tornado wall. But yes, that rotation is right there. Still kind of are now moving a little bit more to the north and east. So is there anybody else in the path here? Yeah, not seeing any other cities, but if you live, let's take out this. If you live anywhere from 1 to 10 miles to the east of Nelsville and 3 miles to 12 miles to the east of Shelley, you need to be in your safe spots. Right, that's the latest. Vince is stopped by a train. Oh, let's go look at the train. Oh no, Vince, what are you doing? They're bad. Train's pretty much gone. Forgot that my music was turned off. He's getting food. Gotcha. Let's do a poll. Since we have a decent amount of people here, let's do a poll. Do you like the music or not? Question mark? Music? Love it. Do not. Love it. I can deal with it. There we go. New poll. Do you like the music or not? Oh, music, love it. Do not love it. And I can deal with it. Also, we got the latest scans here, so let's go over them. Shall we? Seems like that rotation over here near Waben is now stronger than this other one. North of Flom. Check to see if we have any new reports. No new reports just yet. But that is heading off to the north, still towards Monoman. And this one could still potentially be on the ground north of Flom. So nothing's changed. Still some dangerous rotation with these storms, and still could potentially have a tornado on the ground just to the north of Flom there, heading off in this general direction. So these cities in Minnesota, let me move this over here a little bit, in Minnesota need to be in their safe spots. Let's check over on this one. Any new developments? Kind of. Starting to see a little bit more broader rotation south of Lockhart. Might have to watch that, but our main rotation here is still present, so nothing's changed. With this one, kind of on the border of South Dakota. Is that South Dakota? Or is that North Dakota? North Dakota and Minnesota still need to be in their safe spots with this tornado warning. Let's go check on these other storms here. Let's see. At 4:20, we'll do an update on everybody's severe thunderstorm warnings. Just checking for rotation right now. None there with that storm in southern Minnesota. A little bit of something forming here. Not really concerning, though. Near Ames and Des Moines. Maybe a little bit of rotation there, north of Boone. Like that tornado potential might be increasing a little bit here in Iowa. It's really the only area. That's about all I'm seeing. Now we wait. Vince is eating. Let's see what he's ordering. We missed it. Bummer. I was really looking forward to becoming more hungry by listening to a McDonald's order. No, so there's something. So in order to, turn off the music. In order to have Zello, I need to connect my phone to my computer, and there has to be, and it has to be able to connect. But sometimes the phone doesn't connect to the computer, and there's a setting in my phone that I have to turn on, and I haven't committed it to memory, and I couldn't find it in time today. So no Zello for today, which kind of sucks because I just got Tyler Kurtz's Zello as well, so we could have been checking in with him. All right, there's that latest radar update, so let's go check it out. Yeah, it looks like there's still some rotation here north of Wobbin and north of Flom. Still moving off to the north and east. I'm still observed, but still no new updates in terms of... The last update was about 20 minutes ago that this thing was on the ground. So we're still assuming that it's on the ground until we get that latest update. So I still want these cities, Wakun, Manoman, and Bolu in their safe spots. And then for this one over here, I'm still seeing some rotation, but it's not nearly as strong as it was here. Still monitoring it though. Definitely still some rotation with that. And then still some potential forming new rotation down here near Lockhart. Still monitoring that. But yeah, that's the latest on these storms. This warning. Which warning, Mr. Top Fan? This one? Oh, okay. Yes. So it looks like they just updated this to now observe. So someone has seen that this is on the ground here. And this is for this area of rotation. Tornadoes right in there. So again, if you live just to the west of Shelley and Neelsville, in Minnesota, you need to be in your safe spots. Again, this is confirmed on the ground, so that is the lowest, most interior room of your house with as many walls in between you and the outside as humanly possible, a tornado shelter, or a basement that is underground. So please do that immediately, as we do have a tornado now confirmed again in Minnesota. It's the latest there on that storm. This one over here to the east of Twin Valley, Minnesota. Looks like that rotation that was near Flom has completely died off here. But we still have some decent rotation north of Wobbin. But it did go directly through Wobbin. And we still haven't got a new update that it's on the ground, so... does seem likely that nobody in Wobbin saw anything. I'm not sure how many people live there, though. There's a couple houses. There's people out there, so there was something there. We should have gotten a report from it, but still some rotation here that could produce another one of those tornadoes. So Manoman and Bolu and Wakan still need to be in their safe spots. Yeah. That's the latest. Hey, oh. Okay, there is apparently a tornado warning here. I think. Pretty sure there is. Looks like the app has glitched a little bit here, but it'll show back up. But looks like they did just issue a tornado warning for this new area of rotation that we've been monitoring here. And that's going to be for Lockhart and Beltrami. This is radar indicated, so this one is not observed just yet. But if you live in Lockhart and Beltrami, unfortunately, you're going to have to go back into your safe spots. But yeah, it's the latest. Going to have to wait for that new scan. What time is it? Okay, we got 5 minutes until we update everybody on their severe thunderstorm warnings. You have Radar Omega on your phone, but you want to move it to your PC. Yeah, it should be pretty easy. As long as you have the subscription on your phone, you should be able to easily install it on your computer. Because you do need the phone subscription first, and the app on your phone before you can download it, I think. Sent the link on Discord. That's not going to be helpful. If you're going to be sending me links, you got to do it on You got to do it on Twitter. Okay, as of 4:06, so that was 10 minutes ago. This is a view from Hunter Anderson. And he's in Minnesota. I just posted a link in chat. So if you want to see that tornado, that was near Flom. This is 10 minutes ago. Or I guess it's technically 13 minutes ago. It was on the ground as of 4:03, and there is the link. So I'm gonna pin that now to the top. Let's see how the poll's doing. So it looks like 43% of people say they love the music. 20% say they do not love it, and 36% say they can deal with it. So that's technically, geez, 79% for the music to stay up. Can't say I disagree with you guys. Right, let's check the latest radar update here. Yes, we do have the latest radar updates. Looks like there's still some rotation here on this observed tornado warning. And that is just to the north and west of Lockhart. Still moving kind of just pretty much almost directly north, a little bit northeast there. And then we still have a little bit of rotation near Lockhart. And that one's radar indicated. Don't have anything confirming it's on the ground just yet. So nothing's changed. Still want everybody in their safe spots there. And then this new rotation that we've been monitoring for quite a while still has is now having a little bit of strengthening rotation to it. North of Wobbin. Kind of should head in between. Okay, looks like they just issued a new tornado warning for this one, and this one is now observed. So that's the latest. Looks like that one near Flom has definitely lifted, and this one near Monoman and Beaulieu need to be in their safe spots. Wow, this is actually probably one of the stronger couplets we've seen today. You got those light blues and the reds touching. Let me see if I can see a debris ball. Can't see a debris ball with it, but it is confirmed on the ground. So Monoman and Baloo, you need to be in your safe spots still. That is now confirmed to be on the ground. That is the latest. Hey, thank you, Tristan Dunn, for subscribing. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Hello, Melly. Radar scans are coming in nice and fast. Still waiting on those velocities, though. Oh, wow. It came in within a minute. So we're getting radar updates every minute. So we'll wait every 2 minutes because we don't need to see every minute. Although we will talk about the rotations every minute. That is crazy, though. You don't typically see them update that quick. It's pretty awesome. Very helpful. Right, let's check those velocities, see if they've updated. Yes. So latest there looks like not nearly as strong rotation as it just had, but still some decent rotation there. Still heading up to the north and east, maybe taking a little bit more of an easterly trajectory there. I still think it should miss Monomen, but just be in your safe spots just in case, because sometimes we do see deviant motion with these storms, which essentially means it changes directions. Let's go check these ones. It looks like that the tornado that was on the ground here, that rotation is weakening a little bit. We still have some rotation near Lockhart, heading up towards Beltrami. So nothing's changed there. Still want everybody in their safe spots, especially to the west of Shelley and Neilsville, as this one is still tagged as observed. No tornado warnings in Iowa yet. No, not yet. Is it 420 yet? Okay, it is 420. So you know what that means. We get to check everybody's severe thunderstorm warning. So let's go do that. So we do have a strong storm here. 1 inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds going into Cedar Lake. So Cedar Lake, Minnesota, need to be indoors and away from windows. Also have 1 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. With this one near Waterville. And that is heading towards Kilkenny. Or Kilkenny there. It's probably where South Park was created. And then over here, near Parkersburg, it is moving to the north and west. That's 1.25 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Rotation popping up there. Not too concerning just yet, but we're going to monitor it. Again, we're here in Iowa, northern Iowa. It's like this severe thunderstorm warning with 1.25 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Just moved through Dumont and Ardell, and it is yet to be determined whether or not they're going to pull the trigger and extend this near Green. So we're going to have to see if that ends up happening. And then this storm near Vince Welty, Storm Chaser, which is the guy on the top right of your screen. It is severe thunderstorm warned now with 60-mile-per-hour winds with 1 inch hail. And that hail is heading into Hamilton, La Villa. Next in line is going to be Busey, Iowa. Then over here in south, and southern South Dakota, we have another severe thunderstorm warning with 60-mile-per-hour winds that's moving off to the east towards Kaler and Trindle. Also 1 inch hail with that. This one to its south in north Nebraska. Just went through Lynch and is now heading towards Monowi. And then next in line, it's like they downgraded it to 1.25 inch hail. So that's 1.25 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds are possible for Verdell and Niobrara there in northern Nebraska. Coming on down to the New Orleans, or to the Louisiana. Looks like we have a severe thunderstorm warning here with 0.75 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. And that is moving through Lavaco now. It looks like that hail threat, those pink colors, that indicates the hail. Looks like the hail threat has gone down with this storm. So hopefully there's none there by the time it gets to Larto. But you guys should still be indoors and away from windows. And we still got a bunch of scattered thunderstorms here around Baton Rouge, Jackson, and New Iberia, Louisiana. Also some about to move into Golden Meadows, but none of those are severe. Is that it? Wow, what a calm day in comparison to what we've been dealing with. I'll take it. I needed a little break. All right, so let's come back and give the latest updates here. On these on these tornado warnings, still have some decent rotation with this storm. Again, this is on the ground currently as of the latest report. But yeah, you can definitely see that rotation there. See where it's going now. Still kind of going due north. Did a little shift there to the a little bit more to the west. So we're still monitoring that. So I still want Monoman to be in their safe spot. Bulu. I still don't know how to say that. Is anybody from this area familiar with how to say this city name? I really want to know because I'm struggling with it. But yeah, you guys in this city still need to be in your safe spots. Few storms in South Florida. All right. Yeah, I didn't think they're. Let me check just to double check to make sure I didn't miss it. Let's see if they are severe. Yeah, none of the storms in Florida are severe right now. So probably just some rain and lightning with those. But yeah, latest update over here. Looks like that rotation is now traveling to the north and east here. This is that radar indicated rotation. Still hasn't been confirmed. And this one that was confirmed is still exhibiting some weaker rotation, but still rotation there. So Lockhart, Balrami, east of Neilsville, and Shelley still need to be in their safe spots. Yeah, that is the latest on all the storms across the nation. All right, let's see what Vince should have a decent view here coming up. I mean, his storm's pretty beefy. Once he gets in position and turns around, we should get a decent view. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's RG5. It's not a flex. It's not cool to pre-rate tornadoes. Just let the professionals do their job. It's impossible to rate a tornado off of photo or video. Beltrami. Really? And Monoman. All right. Beltrami and Monoman. Monoman sounds like a superhero. All right, let's see here. As a 412 in Norman County. This was one of those other tornadoes. I'm not sure where Norman County is, but if you live in Minnesota, I'm sure you're familiar. If you live near that county. So that link is in chat. We're going to end the poll here. It looks like the music won. I'm happy with that. Looks like Vince is about to get a good view on that storm. Let's go look over there. Oh, too late. He'll get pointed towards it here shortly. Oh wow, that tornado near Granada, I think that was yesterday, right? Yeah, near Granada was rated an EF3. Wow. Only a strong tornado. Let's go. I think Mr. Top Fan sent me something. Message request. Not seeing it, Mr. Top Fan. Did you send it on Twitter? What's your account name on Twitter, Mr. Top Fan? All right. Do we have the latest scans? We do. Oh, wow. Definitely a decent couplet here. Just to the, you see those brighter colors touching? That is strong rotation. Still just off to the west of Monoman. Still doesn't look like it's taking a big enough of an easterly turn. our westerly turn to threaten Mono Man directly right now, but we're still monitoring for that. So I still want Mono Man or Mono Men in their safe spots. And then how do you say this one again? Shoot, I forgot. Let me scroll back up in chat. Beltrami. Are you sure? There's no way that's Beltrami. Really? I don't believe it. I need a fact check there. But yeah, Mono Men still needs to be in their safe spots just in case. It looks like they dropped that observed tornado warning. So it looks like that is lifted. And not really much of a threat. Oh, this one is Beltrami. Okay. But yeah, that one that was just to the east of Nelsville and Shelley has expired. And now it's just this one near Lockhart. But Lockhart, you're good. But Beltrami, you still need to be in your safe spots. Still have a storm nearby with some rotation. Not really strong rotation with it yet. So very weak as of right now. Yeah, that's the latest. And these are still currently the only 2 tornado warnings that we have right now. Yeah, so that was the other city. It's produced Boliu. Boliu? Is it Boliu or Boliu? Boliu. All right. I will try to remember that. Wow, Tyler's got a decent view here. A storm off to its right. It's a little choppy. You can see the base of the storm to his right. It looks like he's chasing these storms in Iowa, north of Centerville. It remains to be determined whether or not he will be able to catch them. Checking on Vince. Vince is still showing off his Rain X. This is working very well. Look at how those beads of rain just slide off the windshield. That is impressive. I need to put some of that on my car. The next chase stream is going to be in a while. I want to get my car. Like more equipped for that. All right, latest scan here. Still showing some strong rotation there, just to the east of Monoman. Okay, Monoman still needs to be in their safe spots. Also, noticing a new cell pop up down here to the south near Waban. Not seeing any concerning rotation with it just yet. But again, this is on the ground. Just a reminder, if we have any new people here, this one is reported to be on the ground. But yeah, it looks like, unless we get a crazy occlusion, this should go just to the east of Monument. But I still want you in your safe spots just for a couple more scans. And Boliu still needs to be in their safe spots, but it should thread the needle. So, you know, if you live in between Monument and Boliu, hopefully you are still in your safe spots, and because that rotation is going to go directly over you. Yeah, latest scan here near Beltrami is still now showing a little bit of an increase of rotation just to the north and west of Lockhart. This is still radar indicated, so we don't have new reports that is on the ground yet. Thank you, Joffrey, for subscribing. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Do we have a troll? I hid them from the channel. Doesn't hurt my feelings. I feel bad for trolls. It's a sad life. Usually, people that troll had a very rough childhood. Which was most likely out of their control. There's some rotation there still. Still potentially a tornado on the ground as the latest scan there. Still don't have any new updates. Well, I guess 417, that wasn't, yeah, 417 was about 20 minutes ago. Isn't it monomen with a stress on no? I think that's right. I think I'm saying it right. Monoman? Monomen? Yeah, let's see here. At 450, we'll do an update on everybody's severe thunderstorms again. Stress the no. Mono man. Like that? Oh yeah, Tyler's got a great view. Check this out. There's actually a decent amount of sun out there. That might indicate that the instability is increasing with the storms in Iowa. So we might have to pay a little bit closer attention to Iowa. In fact, let's go check out the Iowans. Oh, they just extended this tornado warning, so let's go over that first, and then we'll go check out the Iowans. So they did extend this. It is still observed. So we still have people confirming that this tornado is on the ground. And that is just to the east of Monomen. Still some decent rotation with that right there. And another little couplet forming. Might be getting a little handoff of rotation. Oh, great. If you live in Bejoy, someone correct me on that one too. You need to be in your safe spots. Yeah, over here near Beltrami, I'm not really seeing any areas of concerning rotation. There's a little bit still there. But we don't have... Okay, they just updated it. What's the update? Observed. All right, so it looks like that little area of rotation is enough for an observed tornado. Someone has seen this, so Beltrami, please continue to be in your safe spots. All right, now let's go check on Iowa. Not seeing any rotation on those storms near Vince. Over here near Waverly and Denver. Not seeing any rotation on that. Oh. Decent little area of rotation here south of Hampton, Iowa, though. Gonna have to keep an eye on that. A little bit of side lobe contamination, but you can definitely tell that there is rotation with that storm, so... Watch out there in Hampton. It is possible they could issue a tornado warning for that if it continues to show rotation. Bezo. All right. Yeah. Now we wait for the latest radar update here. Beltrami has a population of 85. Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to struggle to reach those people. But if you know anybody in Beltrami, share the stream with them. Because most likely, they're probably not getting recommended my stream. Okay, so this was the tornado near Monoman. Or Monoman. That link is in chat. It was taken by Will. Again, also the latest view of these storms from Twitter is always going to be pinned at the top of the chat as well. So if you're just tuning in and you didn't see the link in the chat, it'll be pinned at the top. Yeah. I don't know who that is, but it's definitely struggling with some of these city names. All right, so we do have the latest scans here. So this one that we just saw the picture of near Monoman is still got some decent rotation. Still seeing those reds next to the greens. How do you say it? Bezo? If you live near Bezo, Minnesota, you need to be in your safe spot still. We have a tornado that is on the ground. We just saw it. So please, and if you're just tuning in and you didn't get to see it, it is in the pinned comment at the top of the chat. Also, we've got an observed tornado over here near Beltrami. Still some decent rotation with this, so still potentially on the ground, so nothing has changed there for Beltrami. That is the latest. Wow, Vince is going through quite a bit of rain. These storms don't look bad from behind. I think Tyler Kurtz is getting closer and closer to them. He does look like Tyler's getting a little bit closer, at least according to his view here. So we should have a better view on the storms going close to Ottumwa here shortly. You're hearing it's pronounced Bizu? I don't know. You should be able to search it on Google. There should be a pronunciation on Google. I'm trusting you, Mr. Top Fan. If you're steering me the wrong way. Do you think tornado watch for portions of Wisconsin? It's possible. I mean, Wisconsin, really on this south western side of Wisconsin is in a 2% tornado risk, so can't rule it out, especially if conditions become favorable for it. But to really understand if that's possible, you have to monitor those storms in Iowa. And if no storms in Iowa could do it, once that instability runs out, once we get to nighttime, it's going to be harder and harder for them to produce, which is great news for Wisconsin, which would be great news for Wisconsin. I'm reading it wrong. Bezo. Bizu? Is it Bizu or Bizo? Because he put an H in there, so I'm assuming it's Zo. Binghamton, Hampton having bad thunder and storms right now. Okay. So we have radar in Ottumwa. Not kind of. Ottumwa's down here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I mean, there's a radar nearby, yeah. And, oh, wow. Actually starting to see a little bit of rotation pick up on those. Vince is right in the middle of those storms, too. So if you're wondering what it's like with these storms coming to Ottumwa, just look at Vince's stream on the top right. That is what it looks like underneath those storms. Here's the latest scans on this storm. No Z. ZH makes a J sound. Then why didn't you just put a J there? How am I supposed to know that? Okay, so it's Biju. Gotcha. Z and H. Am I the only person that didn't know that? Hopefully not. But yeah, Biju still needs to be in their safe spots with this storm. Still some dangerous rotation with it. Still has the observed tag on it. So still be in your safe spot. It does seem like as of right now, it should travel just to your west there. I mean east there. So there's the current track, and as the latest scan that just came in, doesn't really seem like there's much rotation there, but still could potentially have a tornado on the ground there for Biju. And then latest here is now radar indicated. So we have gotten reports that this tornado has lifted near Beltrami. And now it's just radar indicated, but we do still have some rotation there, and they did just extend this tornado warning for Greenview and Eldred, Minnesota. Again, if you're just now tuning in, these tornado warnings are in northwest Minnesota. Oh, wow. So now we have a video here. Of the tornado that touched down near Beltrami. Link is in the chat. Yeah, that was definitely on the ground. Wow. All these tornadoes have kind of looked the same, just little skinny tornadoes. Hopefully they're not too strong and they haven't affected anybody yet. Still waiting on that latest radar update. Tropical storm Brett is about gone. Yeah. Wasn't expecting him to last much longer. Y'all are goofy. All right. Yeah, the storm near Biju is still got some rotation on it. Still could potentially be on the ground, so nothing's changed there. And then this storm near Greenview and Eldred still has some rotation on it as well. And is still radar indicated, so we don't have any new updates on whether or not that is observed on the ground yet. Let's come back and check on this one that was rotating near Hampton. Yeah, still rotating. Still some decent rotation there. Hasn't been tornado warned just yet, but we'll see. Check this one down here near Perham. This one's got a little bit of rotation with it too. Thank you, Hunter's dad, for subscribing. Thank you so much. Now we wait for the latest radar update. What is radar? Y'all are probably confusing everybody that is just now joining in. They're reading Chat. Why does the storm want to rotate near Crookston? It says nerves wracking. Crookston. Oh, yes. It's just the environment is favorable for rotation. You got the lower level shear, the upper level shear, and just enough instability for the storms to rise and tap into the shear, which essentially just causes the storms to spin. And that's going to be the case pretty much with every storm that fires in this area. All right, let's go check on the latest radar update. Yeah, latest update here is still showing a little bit of rotation there. Still could be a tornado threat. So nothing's changed for Greenview and Eldred. Still need to be in your safe spots. Then over here, near Monument, just to the east of Bijou. Still a little bit of rotation there. Still could potentially be a tornado on the ground with this one. Haven't heard any confirmation that it has lifted at this moment. But we're still monitoring the situation. But yeah, everybody still needs to be in their safe spots. Who is Storms? Okay, guys. Yeah, if you live in Minnesota and like you know people in this area, or you live somewhere around this area, and these aren't very populated areas, so they're probably not going to get recommended this stream. So sharing this stream would be helpful to them. If there's no coverage out here, who knows? There's probably like some sort of local weather station out there. You were in this area. Well, try, if you could, share this stream to your friends and family, just in case they haven't heard about what's going on. Is it a moving away or... Okay, yeah, let's take a look at that. As of right now, the rotations, so rotations keep forming along this area, and then they have a tendency to kind of move to the north and west, which is what we're just now, which is what we're seeing again with this rotation. This little brighter area with the reds right next to it. It formed, and then it's now moving to the west. And so it does appear like this will eventually make its way close to Crookston. It definitely will get some rain, but as of right now, the current trajectory of these storms kind of like this, with that propensity of when it forms to the west. But it's still a little bit too early to tell. I'd definitely be weather aware there in Crookston, just in case these storms start taking a more northerly trajectory, but they really shouldn't change too much with their trajectory, as we got a big low pressure system. It's kind of spinning these storms like this. So if anything, if they change direction, they should change more easterly. Hello, Storm Chaser. Welcome. Oh yeah, Vince is in the rain again. Let's listen in. I will warn you, his audio is a little scuffed right now because he doesn't have his whole setup with him. But let's try to listen in and see if it doesn't, if it's not, if it's listenable. Yeah, that would be a no. That hurt my ears. I apologize if you have headphones in. That was probably a terrible experience for you. Poor Vince. Dude does what he can. He just he's like, I think he's in a new car right now, waiting for his sorry, waiting for his thing to, or his old car to get fixed. But yeah, there is that rotation there. Barely any left there near Bijou, but still a little bit there. So still want Bijou in their safe spots. Again, this is still an observed tag. on this storm. So please continue to be in your safe spots there and Bijou just in case. And then we have still have this rotation ongoing here, kind of to the west of Greenview. So things changed with that one either. North in Greenview and Eldred still need to be in their safe spots. We may have twins check DMs. Okay. No, that's not twins, but that is a tornado. This was earlier when it was south of Monument. Yeah, post that in chat. This is the tornado when it was south of Monument. That link is in chat now. If you want to check it out. Kind of looks like a funnel. Can't really tell if it's on the ground, to be honest. This is your first tornado warning, so you're extremely nervous. Understandable. Don't worry, we'll coax you through it. Just pay attention to the music and take a deep breath. Panicking is not what you want to do. You want to keep your wits about you. Take a deep breath and just relax. And if you get put in that tornado warning, just make sure your safe spot is ready. Make sure your stuff is ready so you're not running around everywhere trying to get everything prepared. And again, that safe spot is the innermost interior room of your house with the most walls in between on the lowest floor, with as many walls in between you and the outside as humanly possible, a tornado shelter, or a basement that is underground. If you live in a trailer, RV, or a mobile home, you need to be evacuating immediately and finding sturdier shelter. But yeah, you know, make sure those spaces are ready for you to go into, and also make sure that you know you have your dog or your family or whatever nearby, just in case it does get issued for your area. All right, here's the latest scan. Starting to see a small uptick of that rotation there, just to the east of Bijou. Again, still moving to the north. Bijou, you're almost good to go. I would give it probably about 10 more minutes before I can give you the all clear there. These storms over here, although still have some rotation. Well, never mind. That rotation has died. I was about to say, well, there's a new one starting to form. So we're going to have to watch this one to try to do something. But yeah, in terms of what they look like, well, when did that get? So it looks like this one has been, was this one always observed? No. Looks like this one has been upgraded to observed now. So that little, I think that's, let me just double check here the time on this. So that was at 4:54. So 6 minutes ago, it was someone saw this tornado. So yeah, so that was very recent. And that are not very recent, but that would have been this occluding circulation here. So that has died. But it looks like these little westward moving rotations do still have the capability to produce tornadoes. So again, still want Greenview and Eldred in their safe spots. Hey, thank you, Roblox Gaming, for subscribing. Yeah, I will answer the more pressing questions about tomorrow if we can get a period here with no tornado warnings. But I'm kind of overdue here to look at the severe thunderstorm warnings for everyone. So let's do that really quick. We have a severe thunderstorm warning down here by New York Mills in Minnesota. That is moving up towards Butler with a tornado possible tag and 1 inch hail. A little bit of rotation there, but not particularly concerning just yet. So make sure you're indoors and away from windows there. We have another severe thunderstorm warning here south of Springfield. 1.75 inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds. And then it's heading towards Crofton and Bloomfield. This is in northern Nebraska, northeastern Nebraska. We also have another severe thunderstorm warning here in South Dakota, moving towards Lesterville. So Lesterville need to be indoors and away from windows. We also have this severe thunderstorm here in Iowa with 1.25 inch hail, 60 mile per hour winds. It's kind of moving to the east. Those pink and black colors, that is that hail. So Denver, Reedland, and then Sumner is going to be next. This one in South Des Moines. Yeah, looks like that little rotation we saw earlier. It's not there anymore. But 1.75 inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds are about to enter into Ottumwa. So watch out there in Ottumwa, Iowa. So we still got got a severe thunderstorm warning here near Baton Rouge. Really moving too much. 1 inch hail, 60 mile per hour winds over Rama right now, heading towards DeGlace, Louisiana. Anything else? Don't have any random severe thunderstorms in Iowa. Nothing in Alaska. Nothing in Hawaii. Anything in Puerto Rico? Oh, wow. Actually a decent storm here in Puerto Rico. No rotation. Moving to the east towards Mayaguez and Mocha. I'm just going to say it and not even hope that I'm going to get that wrong because I definitely butchered that. All right, let's check on the latest info here with this storm. Yeah, seeing this new area of rotation still. Trying to do something there near Greenview. Still a storm with some strength there. Greenview, you're almost good. Actually, yeah, you're almost good. I would give it one more scan. Eldridge, you're still needing to be in your safe spots there. And the latest update on this storm near Bijou, not seeing any more rotation. It still has the observed tag on it. So, but in terms of where this is in reference to Bijou, you are going to be good from this rotation. But we're still monitoring the storm to the south near Monoman to see if it's going to try to do some more rotation. But right now, that is the latest on all the storms. Thank you, NSE Ryan, for subscribing. Oh, we hit 9K? Awesome. We'll do a thank you, everybody who has subscribed to this channel in the past and present. We just hit 9K subscribers, which is a huge milestone. Now we are on the path to 10K, the coveted goal that every small-time YouTuber, that's the moment where they're like, wow, the channel is like getting a little bit bigger. But yeah, 9K, that's a huge hurdle. So thank you everybody that has subscribed during this stream and the ones in the past. Your guys' support has been the main reason why we can reach so many people with these live streams. Thank you. 9K. It's a big number. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Subbed from Wisconsin. All right. Well, thank you, Janelle, for subscribing. Let's go check on Wisconsin. How's that threat developing? Yeah, starting to get some storms over here near Oak Grove, Red Wing, and Menominee. Me No Money. Oh, that's me. Me No Money. That's awesome. They named a city after me. But yeah, some storms. None of them are severe at this moment. But there's probably some lightning bolts there. All right, so we do have the latest scans here with these tornado warned storms in Minnesota. Still seeing some rotation there. Still kind of close to Greenview. At Greenview, you're going to be fine. Next in line is going to be Eldred. Still a little bit of rotation on there. Again, as of 4:54 p.m., that was the last report that this was on the ground. Could technically still be on the ground. Thank you, Hello Gamer. I appreciate that. Alright, I'm getting tired of this dude. Alright, latest scan here is we're actually starting to see more rotation here near Monoman. Yeah, gonna have to monitor that. Maybe even a little debris ball there. It might be the first debris ball we've seen all day. There isn't any reflectivity under it though, so it's hard to confirm whether that's anything, but that is right over that rotation. The observed tag on this was for the storm that was from the north, so we don't have a new tornado warning for this one just yet. There is some rotation there, kind of about as much rotation as we've seen with some of these other storms, so I wouldn't be surprised. I hate it when they do this. There we go. The zoom function on this is weird on this app sometimes. Like sometimes it zooms in different lengths and you gotta zoom out and zoom back in to look at it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, 9,000. That is it's a cool number. What? Maker. Okay. Let's go check on these guys. The old Vince Welty hit 9,000 subscribers like when I was a kid. Yeah, he's got a lot of subscribers, I think. Almost 100K. If you're not subscribed to Storm Chaser Vince Welty, should help him get to that goal. But yeah, he's still out there, still showing off his Rain X. I mean, look at that rain. It is very successfully leaving his windshield. I mean, it almost doesn't even seem real. It's working so well. Let's go check out Tyler. Seems like Tyler is in a cell phone hole, unfortunately. That's the current view from the Chasers. Yeah, latest scan here. Not really seeing much rotation here near Greenview anymore. And again, this is not the one that was observed. Let me just double check that. Yeah. Yeah, that's the latest on that storm. Let's come back over here towards this one north of Monoman. Yeah, still some rotation there. Right there. Still moving off to the north. Also, maybe a little bit more rotation starting to develop with this northern storm. Or with the one that was observed earlier. So that one might be trying to make a comeback. Seems like these storms are going to be spinning for a while. I will say these storms over here look like they're on their dying breaths, which is great. Probably going to be good news there for Crookston. We're going to keep on looking out for it, though, just in case it does try to do something else. Maybe it tries to intensify, but it seems like the storms that are really taking advantage of the instability and the shear all at once is these ones near McIntosh, Boston, and Manoman. Okay, so we just got an update here on this tornado warning, and now it is radar indicated. So it's no longer observed to be on the ground. But I still want Bijou north of Monoman to be in their safe spots. And that is the latest. Possible spin up near Cambridge. Where's that? Thank you, Lola. Thank you. Oh wow. I don't want to say your full name, but thank you, Bisexual and Grin Reaper 66 for subscribing. Yes, 1K away. Kind of crazy. You were my third or fourth sub? Really? Wow. So that would make Alicia the most OG person. Wait, so how did you find my stream? Or how did you find my channel? Was it when I was making music on my channel? Remember, maybe, no, that would have been when I posted like my first song onto YouTube. I don't think you subbed to me even for weather. Yeah, thank you for tuning in for so long. I do appreciate that. Everybody put hearts in the chat for the OGs. That's Alicia and Lola. And Devin's kind of an OG. I guess we can call Devin an OG now. All right, latest scan here with this storm. Still exhibiting some rotation there. It hasn't completely died yet. But it is still there a little bit. Still got the observed tag. Do we have an update with this yet? No, we still do not have a latest update with this. But there's a little bit of rotation there. I wouldn't be surprised if they allowed this to expire, though. It's really not enough unless we get another report out of that one. This storm, though, does have some rotation still. Just to the north. So sorry, Bijou. Still want you in your safe spots. I know you just had a breath of relief as this one traveled to your east. And this one should do the same thing, but we're monitoring it. So I still want you to be in your safe spots there. Yeah. Oh, well, speak of the devil, it's gone. So everybody can come out of their safe spots here. Crookston, looks like you got super lucky, so I'm happy for you. Take a little sigh of relief as there is no more tornado warnings for those storms. So now we just have this one tornado, or I guess it's technically two tornado warned storms, but they're like in a merging process here. What's the severe weather like just for the south of those? So this one over here near New York Mills, you can see that rain, those reds and yellows have diminished. So that means that they're definitely gonna let this one expire here. It was mainly a hail threat. But we do have some storms to the south of that near Wadena, Minnesota. That might have some hail in it. But as of right now, not really seeing any of those pink colors just yet. It's probably just heavy rain and lightning with those. So we only have one tornado warning left. We'll do another round robin here of all the severe thunderstorm warnings. Got 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds here in northern Nebraska, heading towards Bloomingfield and Crofton. Another severe thunderstorm here. I guess this is Iowa, yes. Near Avoca. With 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. That is moving through Walnut. Should go just to the south of Elkhorn. Still to be determined if they extend this. So we will try to keep up with that. Hopefully don't get a ton more tornado warnings, and this is a short day. Because I could use some extra rest. If you're not familiar with this channel, we have been streaming nearly every single day, doing 5 to 6 hour streams a day. Some are 9 hours. We did 2 9-hour streams in a row. A little bit of rotation here near Dunkerton, and that does get quite exhausting. But we have 1.5 inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds with this, going just to the south of Redlin. A little bit of rotation with this storm still, but haven't gotten any reports that this is on the ground or a funnel or anything, so still not tornado warned, but we'll keep monitoring it when we have time. This one near the Vince Welty still doesn't have any rotation on it, but it does have 1.75 inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds, and that hail is about to go. Well, you guys actually already got a round of hail in Ottumwa and potentially another one about to come through, so watch out for that. Make sure you're indoors and away from windows. And all we have left is this little storm here in Rosedale. Still kind of stationary. Still potentially dropping some 1.5 inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds in Rama, Louisiana. It's been doing that for a while. Anything else out there? Oh. Let's go check on the latest scan here. Yeah, still not seeing any new rotation that concerns me with this storm just yet. You missed the 9,000 sub mark? Oh no. It's okay. Just try to stick around until the 10,000 sub mark. Then you'll have another opportunity to see another goal hit. "11 streams in the last... Wow. In the last 14 days. Yeah, we've been working." Let's go over to Vince's stream here. Interesting view. I mean, it's just clouds, but it looks kind of scenic. Looks a little scenic. Looks like we might have... Let's see if we're getting any hail here. Oh yeah, that's hail. This is in that storm near Ottumwa, Iowa. Yes, when we hit 10K, we're gonna be doing a fireworks show for you guys. Hello, Tatiana. Welcome.
We're in Ottumwa, Iowa now.
Doesn't sound like big hail, but there's definitely a lot of hail entering into Ottumwa now. Yes, when I hit 10K, we're gonna buy a bunch of fireworks to do a little 4th of July show. Or not 4th of July, but because we're not hitting 10K by 4th of July, I don't think. Whoa! Thank you, Upin CT, for the $25 donation. Everybody put birthday cakes in the chat for Upin CT. We are, completely crowdfunded. So, like, we don't have a job. We do this full time every day, like you just heard, 11 days out of the 14 days, covering this severe weather outbreak across the United States. So, yeah, that really does go a long way in funding the channel. Thank you so much. That is a big help. Let's come back over and give the latest updates on this storm here. Yeah, latest update, still showing some rotation here, just to the north of Monumen. Still no reports yet that this is back on the ground at this moment. So still monitoring it. That's the latest. Oh wow, look at Vince's stream. He's got something.
nothing really spinning.
Kind of looks like a funnel. I don't know. Trying to see if he can see it spin or not. This is that storm near Tumwa. Kinda looks like a funnel. It's hard to tell.
Here's a look at radar.
Yeah, there is rotation starting to form on that storm according to his radar there. And there,
Guess what is left of what was probably once a wall cloud. It's just trash now.
okay. So it's not a funnel. It looks like it's a dying wall cloud. So that's great confirmation there from Vince on the ground. Let's go check on that storm really quick. Piqued my interest. Yeah, little bit of yeah, that's not rotation. It's not in the right spot. Uh, so not too concerned about that. It's like a might have tried to spin up there briefly in between scans, but that was just either a wall cloud or like probably a dying wall cloud according to Vince there. All right, latest update on this storm here. It's like we're getting another new little area of rotation over here near Winger, and still have this one down here as well. So still monitoring these. Still no new reports that this is on the ground, but I want Beiju to still be in their safe spots. Oh wow! Thank you, JJ, for that $5 donation. Thank you so much. They say for you and Chaz. Aw, thank you, Chaz. $250 of that's going to you. What do you want? Steak? No, not giving you a whole steak. I don't even think we can afford a whole steak for $250. Maybe I'll give you half a steak. He's got his head on my foot. But yeah, thank you so much for that. It's a big help. Pup cup at Starbucks. Ooh. Maybe. Never given him one of those before. I'm not sure how his stomach would handle that. Yeah, still waiting on that latest scan. What about Minnesota? We're here in Minnesota with this tornado warning. No severe thunderstorm warnings. There is some stronger storms, though, near Mankato and Rochester. They're stronger, got some lightning in them and some heavy rain. Maybe even can't rule out some pea-sized hail. And as they're slowly moving into western Wisconsin there. All of these are mainly to the south of Minneapolis. And then we have some storms just east of Fergus Falls, heading towards Wadena. Maybe some pea-sized hail, can't be ruled out with those as well. But the main storm here in Minnesota is this tornado warning here. It's radar indicated, but it does have some areas of rotation, not really strong or concerning at this point, but we've seen tornadoes drop out of rotation like these, but we haven't gotten any new confirmations just yet on this. Do you get a mark for the map? Sure, if you want one. Yeah, let me turn those on. I totally forgot about those. For Tampa, Florida. Gotcha. I'll do that really quick. Tampa, Florida. JJ. There you go. You're on the map. Yeah, the only thing about that is that, like, when it's intense, sometimes we are getting donations when there's like 5 tornado warnings on there. I need to get like a mod or somebody to like keep track of that. So like when I have more free time during a stream, because some streams they'll just be tornado warning after tornado warning after tornado warning for like sometimes like 8-9 hours straight, and people are donating, and I don't have the time to keep up with it. But yeah, by the way, not sure if you're still here, but UPinCT, if you're still here, if you want a little pin on the map as well, it's something that we used to do more often for people that donate, just to show our appreciation. And what it does is it essentially gets you a semi-permanent pin on the map here, like Lola the Tornado here, or like Devon over here. And so whenever there's severe weather near your area, you can always tune in here, and if I'm live, you'll be able to easily see where you are on the map for the whole stream. Yeah, latest scan here is showing that rotation to the north. It's getting a little bit stronger there, just to the east of Winger. Then the latest scan that kind of died off. So yeah, it does seem like these storms are struggling at the moment. I'm still looking for confirmation that these things are doing anything different than what we're seeing on radar. Let me check the news here. Yeah, not seeing any new reports. Okay, Upin, sounds good. Oh yeah, you can give it to somebody else. That is true. And if you do, we have a fun way to do it. So just let me know. Thank you. Hold on, let me come over here. Thank you, Jan Skull. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly. For the $2 donation. If you want a pin as well, let me know. But yeah, thank you so much for that $2 donation. It does help out the channel a lot. Everybody put birthday cakes in the chat for Jan. Yeah, I'm not chasing for a while. I think help. Don't you already have a pin on the map? No? All right, what do you want your pin to be? Where do you want it to be? Yeah, I'm not seeing your name on the list. Chicago. All right. Chicago. There you go. That was very nice of you. You pin. All right, let's check the latest scan here. Do we have it? Yes. Still not seeing any stronger rotation with this. Still seems like these storms are struggling to rotate. So hopefully that continues to be the case. Oh. What time is it, Chazzy? 5:30. You're good for another 30 minutes. Okay, Jess. Let me do an update on this latest scan, and I'll do that. But thank you very much for the $2 donation, Jess. Everybody put birthday cakes in the chat for Jess. Again, we are completely crowdfunded, so your guys' donations go a very long way in helping keep this channel funded. Thank you. All right, so latest scan here with this storm. It's actually seeing some stronger rotation develop south and east of Biju. So it's like it's trying again. So if you live in Biju, continue to be in your safe spots. Yeah, let's go get that pin on the map. Where would you like it? Oh, wait, it's on there. Ironwood, Michigan. All right. I have been to Michigan once. Why isn't this working? There we go. Ironwood. Yes. There you go. And it was actually kind of nearby. Oh, wait. Is that Wisconsin? Why did that put it in Wisconsin? Dang it. Ugh. I'll redo it. Hold on. Oh my goodness. How do I delete it? Ah. Sorry, technical difficulties. I haven't had to delete one of these in a while. I should be able to. There we go. Confirm. Okay. Let's try that again. I don't know why it put it in Wisconsin. I saw them. I saw it. I'm trying to do this. I'll get to you. I promise. Oh wait. So Ironwood, Michigan. Is that Michigan, or am I not? And I'm just stupid. Am I being stupid right now? I think I'm being stupid. It happens. It's been a long week. Okay. Ironwood, Michigan. Oh, it's in the UP of Michigan. Okay. It looked like it was in Wisconsin. Okay, yeah, I was being stupid. All right, just ignore that happened. Let me do the latest radar scan here, and I'm going to thank the new donos. There is some still there, not as strong as it was, just to the south and east of Biju. Biju, I still want you in your safe spots, please. All right, well, let's get over here. We'll come over to here. Oops, not there. Here. Thank you, Mr. Top Fan, for the $20 donation. He says, thank you for what you do. You are amazing. Aw. And I give 2 people a pin on the map because you're also going to be donating $5. Okay. All right. That works. And then also, thank you, Jay. Holy moly, for the $50 donation. Wow. That is a big donation. Thank you so much, Jay, for that. Thank you for all you do for the channel. Right back at you, man. Thank you so much for that donation. And then we have another one down here. Matthew Russo, or Rosso. Hopefully I'm not Rosu. Thank you for the $5 donation. They said, can I have a pin at Crookston, Minnesota? All right. Okay, everybody put birthday cakes in the chat for Mr. Top Fan, Jay, and Matthew. Yes, I can definitely put a pin on the map for you. But let's do the latest update here again. Okay, latest update here is stronger rotation a little bit there, a little bit stronger rotation there as well. Still no reports that this thing has tried to drop another tornado, though. We're still monitoring it. Hopefully, if there is something on the ground, there's somebody there to report it. Let me check the correlation coefficient real quick. I'm not seeing a debris ball clearly on radar. All right, so let's get some pins on the map. Jay, did you want a pin on the map? Thank you, Mr. Top Fan, again, for that $5 donation. Rasu, gotcha. Yeah, I butchered it. But we do have Matthew. Add location. Ooh. Why does it keep doing this? Okay, so that would be Crookston, Minnesota, and Matthew. Okay. Let me double check that I'm spelling that right. Nope, 2 T's. There we go. On the map. No wonder you're here. Man, I'm glad those storms died as they got close to you. Okay, let me, what are the lookout areas for Minnesota? Bijou is the only area with a warning in Minnesota right now, and it's a tornado warning. Could be about to produce one, but we don't really have any new reports. Okay, it doesn't seem like Cedar Rapids. Okay. And that would be J. Rapids, J. There we go. By the way, nearby you, really nothing. There is some storms around you, but not seeing anything coming towards you that's looking like it could be severe just yet. Yes, I am glad too. I know you were nervous, but hopefully we helped calm those nerves a little bit. RG5 and Firestar. All right. Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Right, we will do that after we check the latest scan here. Yeah, still some rotation here just to the east of Bijou, so I still want Bijou in their safe spots. This one up to the north, though, is not looking too bad anymore. So yeah, Bijou needs to continue to be in their safe spots. All right, let's come over here to the custom locations. Dang it. Keep screwing that up. Go, and that is RG5. All right. And then Firestar. Bulgars Hollow, Iowa. And so many new pins today. I love it. Oops. Wow. I'm so bad at putting pins on the map, apparently. Do it, most things good, but not put pins on a map. Bulgars Hollow. It's not showing up. Is it Bulgars Hollow Road? So maybe like a Burgers Hollow. Okay. Let me give the latest update on this. Oh, they let it. No, never mind. That's the wrong state. Never mind. Yeah, latest scan here is still some rotation just to the east of Bijou. Still no latest report. So nothing's changed there. So let's get this location on the map here. He said Burgers. Oh, Clinton. Okay, that helps. There we go. There you are. You're on the map. Welcome to the map family. All right. Now we wait. Do we have any good views? A little bit. Some good views. A little something. Not even sure if those are parts of any storms, but it's got some god rays coming through. And it's scenic with the raid and the clouds. And then Vince is still showing off his rain eggs. Thank you, Mr. User for subscribing. Tornado watch in Iowa expires at 80 minutes. All right. Oh, Bert. Okay, that was a joke. Okay. I should have known. Hello, Alf. Welcome back. All right, latest scan on this storm. Still some rotation. Looks like it is weakening a little bit. It's the latest scan. Bijou, you still probably got another 10 minutes to be in your safe spot, but then after that, actually, should be pretty good. Yeah, I mean, we're watching for an occlusion, but if it occludes into the parent cell, it would have to occlude through the parent cell to get to you. Because you don't have any rain anymore, so you're probably wondering, why should I be in my safe spot? It's not big. Sometimes these storms do occlude, and they can occlude quite a bit, but usually that's when there's a little bit more rotation than this to get one of those strong occlusions. But there is still some in there as the latest scan, just not particularly concerning at this very moment. So I can see them expiring this tornado warning if nothing else strengthens. Yeah, that was very nice of you, Mr. Top Fan, to give people pins. Yeah, so this tornado warning shouldn't last for much longer, and if they allow it to expire, we will go look at tomorrow's outlook and forecast. We'll forecast, look at the models and stuff. I did fall for it. I fall for everything. Will I stream Monday's event if it gets upgraded to a 5%? Yes. Or if it gets a 5%, I will try. You know, I'm doing this new thing, keeping the mic a little bit closer to my mouth, so I don't have to speak as loud. Will I be live tomorrow? Yes, unless they downgrade it. But Monday, I do have to take my dog to the vet. He's got to get a heartworm test before he can get his flea meds. And that's going to be at 10:45. So I should still be able to make it to the stream on time, unless it's going to be a morning event. Yeah, we'll do that, Lola, here in a little bit. Chaz, the hook slicing dog. Exactly. So weird. Every time I look at the myself in the camera, my head's like tilting this way, and I don't know why that happens. Like if you ever see me like doing this and then I do this, that's probably because I just looked at the camera. I'm like, why is my head tilted? I don't know why I do that. It's like subconscious. I'm gonna tilt my head this way for a while and see if that fixes it. You're brand new here? What do you mean? You've been here for a while. Yeah, latest scan here, still seeing some rotation. Again, if you're just now tuning in, this is a tornado warning in northwestern Minnesota. Minnesota. You're a member. Okay, you are being goofy again. Yeah, see, I just looked again at, like, after not paying attention, and for some reason my head's tilted again. I think my neck's messed up. Maybe it's because I'm, like, leaning a little bit. Sit up straight. What kind of dog is he? He is a corgi mixed with a chihuahua. Yeah, latest scan is still not showing much more rotation, but still looking out for that report on the ground. As you know, these storms really haven't had too much rotation today, and they have produced quite a few tornadoes. I think we've had like 6 or 7 tornadoes up here in Minnesota today, at least that I've seen. Yeah, I don't know what causes that. I'm gonna stop looking at myself. It's bugging me out, making me feel like I got scoliosis. Nine or 10. Oh, wow. New mesoscale discussion. Oh, let's go check it out. All right, so here's the new mesoscale discussion. Severe potential should increase this evening. A downstream watch is likely, so that'll most likely be a severe thunderstorm watch. 80% chance of that happening. So, and that is for Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Quincy, Illinois, Memphis, Missouri, Jacksonville, Macomb, Burlington, Galesburg, Havana, Princeton, Davenport, Clinton, Freeport, and Dubuque, and even parts of southern. I did it again. Even parts of southern Wisconsin there. Yeah, latest scan is still showing a little bit of broad rotation there. That's occluding into the parent cell. And now we might have to watch this guy, which is forming a new inflow, that warm and moist air entering this storm, that cooler rain, that rain-cooled air circulating around there. We'll have to watch around in that area for rotation. And there's a little bit there, but it's not too concerning as of right now. Still no reports that this is on the ground, and this is just to the east of Bijou. At least 10 tornadoes? Yeah, I don't know. Let me check the storm reports. See how many tornado reports we've had. As of today, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tornado reports. That doesn't mean we've had 10 tornadoes. Some of those reports could have been for the same tornado. But all the tornado reports today have been in Minnesota. Latest scan here is showing a little bit more strengthening rotation, but again, still broad. Still got those faded colors in between the reds and the greens. Not seeing any tighter concerning rotation just yet. And on the southern side with this new inflow forming, I did not see that organized at all. Kind of seems like this storm is becoming a little bit outflow dominant, which means that rain-cooled air is starting to cut off that inflow and surging out in front of the storm, which tornadoes do not like. So hopefully that means we might start to see this tornado potential dive down a little bit, but we'll keep monitoring it. Let me check. Yeah, you guys are good there. And Grand Forks. The main tornado threat is really just with these storms here. Nine cows? Oh no. That's not good. We're big fans of cows here. If I find that tornado, I'm gonna beat him up. You got into the Wisconsin Youth Sympathy Orchestra. Nice. What instrument? Aw, thank you. I'm glad I could be of help. Violin. Nice. That's a hard instrument to play. Well, congratulations. Nice. Go check on the latest scan here. A little bit of strengthening rotation with this storm now. To see it that last, still a little bit broad, but it might be making a quick attempt here. Still no observed tag yet. Land of rocks and cows. Yeah, I think there's a lot of places. A lot of places have cows. In fact, do we know if there's any state that doesn't have cows? Is there a state without cows? If so, we should probably... What's that one term where you kick a state out of the United States? What is it called? Starts with an S, I think. Kind of look at Hastings, Minnesota. Sure. Hastings. England? Just kidding. All right, Hastings, Minnesota. They do got some storms near you. So there's Hastings in the middle. The map. Has some rain entering in right now. Non-severe. And then potentially some rain on the backside there too. But that one, that rain should go just to the north of you. So gonna be some scattered showers, maybe some lightning. But it looks like you missed the worst. If you were down here near Red Wing or like Oak Grove, could potentially maybe get some hail. But Hastings should be all right there. Yeah, latest scan still showing some stronger, broader rotation with this storm. If there's a tornado on it, we should get a report. We still don't have that yet. Bijou, you can come out of your safe spots. But if you just live, let's take out the little measuring thing here. If you live, 2 miles from Winger and 11 miles, in between 2 miles and 11 miles, or 12 miles from Winger, you need to be in your safe spot still. Yeah, I gotcha. No problem, Stuart. Thank you for tuning in and asking. Yes, the Iowa storms will move into western Illinois. And they could still have some severe potential. Alaska and Hawaii both have cows. Is it called a Spartan kick? No. No, it's like oh, secede. Right? Secede. I think that's the right word. When a state leaves the United States, it's called seceding. So yeah, if there's any states out there without cows, they need to secede. If they don't, we'll have to make them. Just kidding. We got any anti-cow people in this chat? We got cows. Yeah, we got cows in my state too. All right, let's check the latest scan here. Yeah, it looks like that rotation is starting to lose its marbles again. Just to the east of Bijou. Moo. While we wait for this latest scan, I do want to give an update on everybody's severe thunderstorm warnings here. So we still have this storm with 1.5 inch hail and 60 mile/hour winds. This is in South Dakota, going just to the north of Gayville, south of Wakanda, kind of going just towards Westreville. And then we have another storm here with 1 inch hail, a 1 inch hail, and 60 mile/hour winds heading towards going over Hardington right now. It's probably going to extend this. Seems like they've been extending these for quite a while here. This is in eastern Nebraska there. And then also we have this storm here in Iowa, just to the east of Atlantic. Not seeing any rotation with it. That is heading with 1 inch hail, 60 mile/hour winds heading towards Anita and Massena. Going to be indoors and away from windows. Over here, near where Vince is a storm with 1 inch hail and 60 mile/hour winds. And that is heading towards Fairfield, Iowa, Libertyville, and Birmingham, Iowa as well. Then over here, just to the east, north and east of Waterloo, Iowa, have a storm here. A little bit of rotation. Not too concerning at this moment, but Arlington needs to be indoors and away from windows as 60 mile/hour winds are about to come through. So that's all those. And it looks like all the severe thunderstorm warnings in Louisiana have been allowed to expire. Hey! No more tornado warnings. Congratulations, everybody. You made it through the worst so far of the day. That was a lot of tornadoes in Minnesota. Hopefully, we didn't get anybody affected by those. Still haven't seen any reports of injuries from those tornadoes. I think a lot of them were in fields, at least all the photos and videos that I saw. But we didn't see it the whole time that it was on the ground. So good news there. We are going to monitor the situation, though, for a little bit. Just to make sure that this tornado threat is truly done here. There is a little storm here that was rotating a little bit. here near Arlington. Just gonna monitor these storms for a little bit. But yeah, we made it. We made it through the worst. They did replace this. I will update this. They did replace this with tornado possible tag and 60-mile-per-hour winds for this storm with 1-inch hail. Oh no, 0.75-inch hail heading towards Boston and McIntosh, Minnesota. It's 0 tornado warnings, which is nice. Now we can do kind of a broad view here of the storms. Hopefully the 0 tornado warnings last. That's what we want. Wow, Tyler's got a nice little beautiful view. Let's go check that out. Nice little scenic view. You see these, let me put this here, my little cursor. Oops. See the tops of the clouds up here above my head? And there's a base of the storm there as well. Not looking too strong of a storm, though. It's a nice little scenic view, though. We can look at Madison. We haven't gone over that. Oh, that's right. We were going to look at the models. So in order to do that, let's come over to here. Take this off. And put this up. All right, so. We're going to leave the tornado watches up. So they're going to kind of get in the way a little bit, but it's not going to be too bad. But yeah, here's the United States. And tomorrow, we actually have a 3 out of... Oops. We have a 3 out of 5 for severe weather. And that's going to be for Nashville, Clarksville there, in Tennessee, Murfreesboro, Hopkinsville, Richmond, parts of Louisville, in Kentucky, Cincinnati, Chillicothe, and just to the south of Columbus there in Ohio. We also have a pretty big slight risk here, extending all the way. That's a 2 out of 5 for severe weather, extending all the way from Ohio down into Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas. And then we have a 1 out of 5 around that. The tornado risk for tomorrow is a 5% tornado risk here for Clarksville, Hopkinsville, Louisville, and Lexington, Kentucky. Also parts of southern. That's Indiana, right? Yeah. Indiana for Seymour, Salem, and Madison. And northern. And also Hopkinsville there. And Bowling Green in Kentucky, and Clarksville, Tennessee. Then you have a 2% that extends from Ohio into Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, northern Mississippi, the Boot Hill of Missouri, and kind of central Arkansas there. We also have a 30% chance for damaging winds of up to 60 miles an hour, potentially even higher than that, approaching up to 74 miles per hour is possible. 30% chance of that happening. Then we got a 15% chance for the same thing, extending in that 2 out of 5 area. So if you're in that 2 out of 5, the slight risk, you are in that damaging wind risk for the 15% there. Then we got a 5% around that, extending all the way up into Michigan, in Ohio, all the way down through Alabama, southern Mississippi, parts of northern Louisiana there, Texas, and even into Oklahoma. Also, we have a hail risk, which is probably going to be the most concerning risk for tomorrow, which is that damaging hail of up to 2 inches or larger are possible there for Clarksville, Hopkinsville, Louisville, parts of Evansville, and Bloomington, Indiana there. And also, yeah, just to the north of Nashville. And then we have another one of those back down here for Little Rock, Pine Bluff. That's a 15% chance for 2-inch hail or larger. Then we have a 15% chance around that for hail up to up to quarter sized, and that's possible for northern Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, and Indiana. Then we have a 5% chance for quarter sized hail extending from Michigan through Ohio down into West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri. So yeah, those are the risks for tomorrow. And then going into Monday, we have a slight risk on the East Coast here for parts of South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania there. And then we have a marginal risk extending all the way from New York through Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Northern Florida, and central southern Alabama, and parts of Mississippi. So that's that. So let's go on over to the models here. And we're going to look at kind of a mixture here. But first, we're going to look at Madison, Wisconsin, to see what we can see in the future for you guys. It looks like these storms are going to continue into Wisconsin, but it should just mainly be rain and thunder by the time it gets to Madison. And that's going to be by around 9 p.m. And then by 9 p.m., we also have some storms still existing here in Illinois, near the Davenport region, and also potentially some stronger storms still firing there near the Ottumwa area by 9 p.m. And then over here in Minnesota, still expecting some of these storms to exist. They shouldn't really be too much of a tornado risk as that instability starts to die off with the evening hours there. And that's around 9 p.m. And then moving this forward, see, most of the storms look non-severe except for these ones up here near northern Iowa at around 12 a.m. And then we have this line still spreading into Missouri and Illinois by around 12 a.m. there. A lot of rain there for Wisconsin and for Minnesota. And then those kind of die off, and then they start to gust out down into the Tennessee region into Alabama by around 10 a.m. And then we get another line of storms start to fire. So this is going to be tomorrow's risk around 4 p.m. You can see a line extends down from Michigan through Indiana into Kentucky and northern Arkansas by 4 p.m. tomorrow. Again, these times aren't exact. This future radar thing isn't like God or anything. It doesn't get anything or everything right. And in fact, it gets things wrong all the time. So, I would add 2 hours above and 2 hours below this time. But we're going to look at the kinematics here really quick. That'll tell us how much spin is in the atmosphere. So yeah, centered over here initially in Indiana, parts of Kentucky, and northern Tennessee, there's a decent amount of upper level shear, which allows storms to spin. Seems like the lower level shear is centered in Indiana. So that's kind of the overlap there near Indiana. And then where's the Cape? Surface-based Cape, there's plenty of instability for supercells and strong thunderstorms to rotate. That gives the storms lift, gives the storms energy. The storms eat the Cape to get big. So yeah, definitely some at around 4 p.m. definitely some kinematics in place for tornado potential to begin. And then that line moves into Ohio by 7 p.m. and we start to see some stronger storms enter into Kentucky and Tennessee and northern Mississippi by around 7 p.m. Also, a stronger line of storms up here in northern Michigan as well. And then moving this through, you can see that line continues to move through Ohio into Kentucky, Tennessee near Nashville. Then the line also starts to move through Alabama as well. And then we have some lingering storms here near Arkansas at around 10 p.m. And then this hopefully will go into the next day. Yeah, so we do have a sneak peek here at around 1 p.m. Could potentially, now this is going to be the most inaccurate part of this forecast, is going into Monday, but could potentially still have a line of storms traveling near Canton or forming near Canton on Monday. Potentially some stronger storms there for Virginia, north of Roanoke starting to form. And also some storms down there in Georgia. Let's kind of look at the tornado potential for this day. So do have some upper level winds still present. They're centered in Virginia and North Carolina. Not too much of lower level wind shear. So we'll have to see what the models do say as this comes into range during peak heating, which will be around 4 p.m. So probably by the next model update, we'll have that information in. And looking at the surface base cape here, yeah, there's plenty of instability for severe thunderstorms out there. So that's probably why there's a slight risk out in that region. But yeah, if there's not going to be any lower level wind shear, then the tornado potential, if it exists, will be low for that day. So maybe we could take Monday off. But we'll have to see how the models progress. But yeah, that's a little forecast there. If we zoom out here, we'll go over to the NAM 12K here and look at the temperatures across the country. You can see that Texas is still going to be baking with some decent heat, making it all the way up into Illinois. Even parts of Wisconsin are going to experience 90 to 80 degree temperatures. Michigan up in the 80s. Illinois or Indiana in the 80s as well. So really not many people are escaping the 80s and 90s, with central or western Texas in the hundreds and fives. Wow. So keep in mind what these colors look like for your area and other areas, so you can know when I move this forward what to expect for your areas. Looks like it's cooler in the Northeast in the 70s, which is about perfect there. And then in the West, it's also continues to be nice and cool in the 70s there. But as you get into the southern parts of New Mexico and Arizona, looks like it's looking all right for you today. But let's move this forward into the next day. Looks like things cool off during the night, which always happens. Then coming into the peak heating the next day, seems like that heat is sticking around for Texas, maybe even getting a little bit hotter, reaching into the hundreds and tens. Starting to see some 100s and upper 90s for southern Illinois and Indiana. Those 90s reaching into the southeast too, traveling all the way up into the coast, almost making it up to Virginia. Warming up a little bit in the northeast, still in the 70s. Cooling down big time up here for Minnesota and Wisconsin after this cold front moves in, and staying relatively cool over here in the west, looking like we're approaching the 100s here in southern Arizona as well. Cools down during the night as we always expect, and then it gets hot again the next day. This is Monday. Looks like those hundreds are going to hang on there in Texas, and we start to see more of a cool down here on the Great Lakes. 50s and 60s can be expected there. Also cooling down again in the northeast, so you guys really aren't going to get too hot up there in the northeast over the next three days. And again, this is for Monday here, and it's a little bit warmer here in the west, starting to get into the 80s and 90s there in the lower, I think it's Death Valley, near Death Valley, like the Fresno region there. Still hot and boiling, or still hot there in southern Arizona, and still hot there in Texas as well. And then moving this on to the last day, which will be Tuesday. And man, is the heat forecasted to really pick up here for almost the entirety of Texas. Is going to be in either the upper 90s if you live near the coast, or 100 degrees if you live further away from the coast. So yeah, very hot there still for Texas. So that heat wave still continues, which is unfortunate because there's a lot of areas out there that lost power with recent storms. New Mexico is going to get in those upper 100, or like in the 100s, 110s, 109s potentially. Still hot there in southern Arizona. Still cool in the northeast on Tuesday in the 70s and 60s if you're up in Maine, and starting to warm back up here for Iowa, Missouri, parts of Minnesota are going to be in the 80s again, and Wisconsin is going to be in the 80s as well. Still kind of cool in the east, but you are starting to notice those warmer temperatures starting to make their way into southern California. But yeah, there is the temperature storm forecast for everybody. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of a understanding of what to expect out there with the severe weather and the temperatures. Yeah, but still, we do not have any more tornado warnings. Let's go check on the rotations here. Vents ended. All right. Seeing a little bit of rotation pick up here with this storm south of Boston, Minnesota. So here's what we'll do. Since Tyler is still alive, we will move his stream up to where Vince's is. And then we'll put this here, take that off. And then we'll put the risk back. There we go. Yeah, a little bit more rotation with this storm near Boston. Okay, latest scan shows it dying. So yeah, it picked up there and then died. So those storms are still struggling to drop new tornadoes. So that's good news. Latest scan down here near Greenfield, not seeing any rotation there. Latest scan near Keosauqua, not seeing any rotation there, but some big hail is being reported out of the storm. 2.5-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Definitely want to be indoors and away from windows there in Birmingham, Iowa. A little update on this storm over here north of Vermilion. Yeah. 1.25-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. No rotation, though. I think that's it. Yeah. What am I missing? No, there's just 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. Yeah. So yeah, I think the severe threat for today is pretty much over. Again, these storms in western are not severe threat. The tornado threat is pretty much over. There's probably still a small chance for tornadoes, but I'm going to take the rest of the day off to save my voice for tomorrow, since it's not really needing major in-depth coverage right now. If you're in a severe thunderstorm warning, make sure that you are indoors and away from windows. Obviously, have a way to get updates if you live here, kind of just to the east, south and east of this line. Still some severe weather potential there for the rest of the day. Also up here, you know, anywhere north of this line, so Bemidji, Thief River Falls, still have a way to get weather alerts. But yeah, a nice and short day. Question, what's your question? Okay, no problem. By the way, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, this is probably the best time to do it, because once you leave here and you're not subscribed, you probably won't ever see me again, because that's just kind of how YouTube works. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Also, thank you, Mr. Top Fan, for doing the warnings today. You were a big help. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, everybody who donated today. That was a huge help as well. I'm not sure if Blondie came in here. She did. Thanking her for modding. When it was rainy, I thought I saw hail. G-Lad, we just went over the forecast. If you go back a couple of minutes in this live, you can go watch the entire forecast. We just went over temperatures, severe weather, rain, everything. So you can just go back a couple minutes and you'll see it. But yeah, everybody have a good rest of your evening. And hopefully we don't get any reports of injuries or deaths out of these storms. I think for the most part, it did happen over in an open field, but I'll keep my eye out there for reports. And if I hear anything tomorrow on the next stream, we'll give you guys some news. But yeah, I'm going to get some rest. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow.